Hi everyone, and welcome back to Farming Simulator. This is the road to 100 million, and it's year 4, and we're currently in spring. So we touched upon last episode that from now on we're going to try and fit 3 months into one episode, just so we can do the whole season. I mean, the calendar divides it up for us. So obviously we're in spring right now, then we've got summer next, and then autumn, and then winter. Crazy that there's 4 seasons in a year. I don't know if anyone knew that. That's yeah, news to my ears. But first things first, we need to fertilize our grass. Now, I moved all the hay bales across, so I'll just show you guys very quickly. We now have, this is well over, I think it was 65,000 litres of hay, but let me just jump up here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 hay bales. And all of them worth 6,500. Oh no, I think actually the first ones might not be 6.5. Are they 5.5? No, they are all 6.5. That's crazy. So that's 130,000 litres of hay, which is really, really good. And then we've obviously got the silage bales as well, which I'm gonna. The next cut, I think we're gonna alternate between hay first and then silage, so we can start building up some silage for when we need it for all the cows. Now, if I need it, if I need the cash, I could just repay all that money. We still do have a loan of $70,000, I think. Why is this not? Why is the field not showing up properly here? Come on. No field detective preview. Oh, whatever. I can just sort of do it this way, I guess. Oh my god, the sheep are getting fertilized. Let's move on. Come on. Sorry, sheep. Sorry. That's better. I think we can probably go a little bit more in. It's hard to do it without the GPS just because the field's so big, but also, I bought loads of fertilizer, as you guys can probably tell. We've got 4,000 litres of it. I was doing a big fertilizer contract, and I just thought, oh, we might as well buy a few because it's coming up to spring and summer where we're going to need to fertilize our crops anyway. So, might as well get it all done. It is a bit of a waste here to go and fertilize the road, but it is what it is. I can't really do much about it, so no point stressing. And let me do a little change of course here. We'll go up alongside the road. Can probably go a little bit further in, to be honest. Actually quite a bit further in. Getting this spreader is way better than the other little one we had. It's just crazy how much faster it is. So I'm very much enjoying using this. Let's see if I can do a quick U-turn here. Yep, brilliant. And hit it. I do have access to this land. This is actually all my land. Crazy. And the thing is, we don't have to be super precise. We just have to make sure that it's as fertilized as possible. But if I miss bits out here and there, it's not the end of the world. Now, actually, let me just see. Yeah, we've got a 95. I was going to say, is it 100%? It's not. It's 95% yield because we don't have a grass roller, and I just can't afford a grass roller. And to be honest, that extra 5%, yes, it's a pain, and it's annoying that I don't have it. We can probably turn this off and save a little bit of fertilizer now. But yeah, it's a pain, but it's not a financially viable decision to start going for that right away. So for now, we're going to have to make do with what we have, and 95% is still pretty good for all the grass that we need. And we've also obviously got the little stockpile in the shed over there with the hay and the silage already. So spring, one of the problems with this month, at least one of the problems that I have right now is, and I know I've missed out a little bit there in the middle, but I don't really care. I think I'm just probably going to leave it. One of the problems that I have is that we currently are spending, and let me just bring up the finances for you to show you guys. I spent on, what month are we in? We're currently in April. So in March, last month, I brought that much fertilizer, that's fine, but miscellaneous payments, this is what we're looking for, $6,000. Now, since February, I've spent $9,000 on chicken food, and that is literally just food for the chickens, wheat, or whatever it is that they sell at the shop. By the way, we're 1 litre short of 4,000 litres. That's really funny. Let me park this machine back in here. But that's obviously a problem. I can't be spending basically $6,000 every month to try and feed my chickens. So we really need to find a solution to that, and probably quickly. So one of the solutions I was thinking about is we could, if we look at the crop calendar, we could plant some oat. But the problem is we would only get it in July or August. Now, oat is a spring crop. The other problem is, and this is probably a bigger problem, and I probably should have started with this, chickens don't eat oats. Chickens like wheat, barley, and sorghum, so I would need to do wheat or barley. Sorghum requires a planter, And although I would be able to do it this month, I need a planter to get it done, and I don't have one, so I'm not investing in that. And just to show you guys, the cedar, which we currently have one of these, it doesn't do sorghum, so we would need to get a planter, and that's another $50,000, which we don't have right now. So then the only two viable solutions really, actually let's have a quick check on the sale. Is there anything here? Nope, not really. There's a couple of headers. What is that bad boy? Grape and olive farming. Cool. That looks sick. Utility vehicles can be transported. Okay, that looks amazing. I don't know what it is. I have no idea. And what's that? A slurry container. Alright, so nothing that we really need. So how do we invest? Now, what we could do is just buy a barley field, because we would get that first in June. Wheat is obviously harvestable in July, so barley would solve it a little bit sooner. So I've been looking at the map, and let me take you guys through my thought process here, as I need to go to, oh my goodness, crop types. It was the next one. I went the wrong way. So we've obviously got 3 barley fields that are quite close to us. Let me just go and visit them. So we've got this first one. Now this is only a 67% yield bonus, so I'm not particularly keen on getting that one. This one's a little bit better, 87% with David, but I think the best one is probably field 64. It is only 62%, but what's the acreage? Let's see, 0.85, and this one's 0.86. So actually maybe I was wrong. Maybe 79 is the best one. 75 just isn't viable, 57% yield. And I don't need to have, obviously we can't lime it or plow it when the crop's still in the ground. So probably means we're looking to get field number 79, which means I need $52,000 to get it done. Which isn't the end of the world, and actually it is nice and close to the farm down there, so we could just get the barley straight into the chicken area. But yeah, we need to save up that money ASAP, and we probably need to do it before June so that we can ensure that we own the field before it gets harvested on our behalf. So we have a busy summer ahead of us. Basically, we're going to have to try and solve that chicken problem as soon as possible, and that requires doing a lot of contracts. So it's good that these have cropped up. We've got a weeding contract. I'm going to accept the 2 weeding contracts and get the worker to start doing those, and then we will probably tackle, see, we don't have a hoe. I'd love to get a hoe. A hoe's $36,000. I don't think I can afford to get a hoe, so we're going to have to probably be stuck on the wood transportation ones. So yeah, we're in a bit of a sticky situation, and really the only reason it's like this is because I quite sillily put all our eggs in one basket. Ironic that we're talking about chickens and eggs, but I made this a canola field. Remember, it was a wheat field, so I had a wheat field and a canola field down here, and I made them both canola fields because this was originally a wheat field, 73 and 74. Now they are going good. Like, this is 100% canola yield, and we're going to make some good money off our production. But yeah, for now, I think I've made the wrong decision, and we really need to keep a field of wheat or barley growing in the future. But yeah, I mean, obviously first time playing the game, so I'm sure I'm going to make some mistakes along the way, but it is what it is. Everything else is going good. If I quickly just show you guys the production, the dairy is making lots and lots of milk and cheese for us. So they haven't plopped out yet because they haven't reached 1,000 litres, but as soon as they do, that'll be good. And the price for cheese and goat milk is actually pretty good. I seem to remember, where are we looking? Cheese? Wait, oh no, goat's cheese, that's the one. Yeah, it's March. March is the best month. So if we can get these done quickly, maybe before the end of the month, then we could potentially look at selling them. Otherwise, we're probably going to hold on to them until September and then again in January. So two selling points throughout the year isn't too bad. And end of September, that'll give us a nice little boost as we go into autumn to maybe do some autumn crops. So that's going well. The price of canola oil is still highest in November. I don't think I'm going to end up selling this until probably the best time. Where am I looking at? Here it is, the oil mill. We've got 449 litres. Now, they've already popped out a 1,000 litre pallet because this has gone down to 3,000. So it was 9,000 before, now it's at 6. So we've got around about 1,500 litres of canola oil to sell, but that'll all be down the line as well. And I was thinking about potentially selling some produce. This is the last thing, just to get out of a predicament that we're in and start getting some money towards the field. I think we're going to have to hold on this loan for now because the $70,000 is a lot of money to be repaying back. So I am probably going to sell the produce, and it looks like actually it's not a bad price at the farmer's market. So I'm probably going to sell it now. So what I might do is just put this on 1 speed. I'll set the worker up so that they're doing the contracts for the weeding, and I'll bring the pallet fork over here, and we'll load these up onto the trailer and then sell them all, I reckon, just so we get some more cash for ourselves. So I'll be right back with you guys with a full trailer. Okay, it's taken me a little while to get all them sorted. I really hope that if I get a skid steer or a forklift, this process will speed up, because I refuse to believe that it's just me not being able to do it. I mean, I'm sure that there's an element of that. I'm not the most gifted person when it comes to apparently using a front loader tractor attachment, but I refuse to believe there's a tree there. I refuse to believe that it's not going to get easier for me as soon as I get the forklift, because it's just crazy how difficult I find it right now. But that's okay. We've got 12,000 litres of produce to sell here, obviously. You guys can see it down the side there, 3,000 each of tomatoes and strawberries and 6,000 of lettuce. So this should get us well closer to, I don't know if that's the correct way to say it, but should get us much closer to being able to afford the barley field, which is our goal for the end of spring. So we should also, if I don't tip the trailer here, I knew I was going to do that. I knew it was close. We should also be able to sell the eggs at the start of summer in June, so that should be pretty good. And well, hopefully, we're probably going to have to buy, let me think, April, May, June. Yeah, I think we're at 2,000 litres, so we're probably going to have to buy some chicken feed in the end of May, possibly at the start of June, depending how quickly we can get the barley. Barley's a June crop, right? No, yeah, it is. Barley's a June harvesting crop, so might be able to do it. Might just have to buy the weed from the shop, the wheat, from the shop, just to make sure that that nothing goes astray, because we want to make sure our egg production is nice and high as we go into June. So, look, probably not the best way to get a return on investment, having constructed that and then spent all the money on the chickens, but it is what it is. We have to start somewhere, and yeah, really, it was just poor hindsight from me, not sort of foreseeing that obviously we're going to need, and it's just so logical to say, we're obviously going to need a way to feed our chickens, you know. But it is what it is. So let's get in here and sell all this. We've sold $16,000 worth of produce, which is pretty good. It does get me the amount I need for the hoe if I wanted the hoe, but we're about 15k away from getting enough money for that field. So that's pretty good. This weeding contract on field 45 is about to be completed. Let's have a quick check and see if there's any more that I can be doing. It doesn't look like it. See, if I had the hoe, honestly, if I had the hoeing ones, it would be much nicer. I can definitely earn my money back. 36k. It's only about 10 or so contracts. These are the most common contracts I find on this save. So probably worth looking into. But I might just end up doing the wood transportation one and then hoping for a bit of an easier wood transportation closer to home. Maybe. Does my sawmill need any dead wood? Nah, it's about half full. That should be fine. So let's head over to, I was on the right thing. Let's head over to this guy. Can I lift up, please? And we want to move over to the adjacent field number 41. Imagine one day owning all of this. It'll be so cool. It'll just be so cool. We can start selling stuff. That's the big grain mill. By that point, we'd probably own the big grain mill if we own all these fields as well. And yeah, it'd be a nice way to go. But we're not there yet. So, right, let's chuck the worker down there. That's fine. Now, I did want to see something. If I was to use a planter, does it plant potatoes? It does not. So planters don't plant potatoes. They could do, we could obviously do the corn, the sorghum, and the sunflower. We could just need to get a new header if we want to do corn or sunflower. Could do soybeans. We can already harvest soybeans with the current header that we've got. So basically this allows us to have 2 more crops with the current equipment that we already have, and then a couple more. Do we, now there's no carrots or anything here. Apparently that does canola. Very interesting. Yeah, not enough stuff in there to do a harvest for potatoes, because I was thinking about doing some vegetables, where the root crops. Potato planter. We could get a nice potato planter and then a potato harvester. Yeah. That's so expensive. They're so expensive. Why is everything in farming so expensive? I just don't get it. But okay, let me head over. We'll probably do, seeing as it's been a little while now since we started April, I'm probably going to go on 3, maybe even 5 speed. and we'll probably try and get through the month a little bit faster. I'll do as many contracts as I can, and we'll meet back up in May to see if there's anything more to do in May. Now in May, correct me if I'm wrong, so we've got 2 pallets of beams and maybe 3, possibly 4 pallets of planks to sell. I'm fairly certain, if I go here, yeah, the price for wood beams is highest in May. It's actually quite high now. 5,343. That's only $4 short of the maximum price. Maybe we really quickly look to sell the wooden beams and planks. Let me get through here. I don't want to bring up the price menu when I'm driving through the forest like this. It's a bit of a shortcut. I do eventually plan on buying this field and just making a road through here, because it's stupid that we don't have one, but that's okay. Let me see, while I've got the pallet fork, we've obviously got those 2 pallets of planks there as well. What are they called? Planks long? Is that it? Planks long? Yeah, planks long. They're at their lowest in May. So could do a sell now in April. Alright, you know what? Split second decision. Let's sell them all. Let's sell them all. We're gonna have the eggs and stuff in June. We may as well. We need cash, right? Oh my lord, what have I just done? What have I just done? Don't watch, guys. Don't watch as I absolutely destroy the poor combine harvester header. What have I just done? Who let me drive in this game? Honestly, it's the biggest fail that I've ever accomplished in my life, but that's alright. Let's get these on board. Now, are these planks or beams? I find it really hard to tell the difference. Maybe I'll zoom in a bit so I'm not so away. Planks. They are planks. It's okay. Let's pick them up. Let's move reverse into the trailer there. Probably should have had it parallel, but whatever, trailer. As I try and stack these on top of each other. There we go. Should be much easier. Oops. Plot them down. Yep, that'll do. Get off it. No. Get on it. Okay, there we go. That's the one. And we can put these on. Excuse my silence. You guys can tell how much I clearly need to concentrate when I'm doing this. Luckily it's a big trailer, so I don't have to worry about stacking it nicely. They can just go on there. Did I damage the trailer when I did that? No. It's fine. Right, we've got 2 sets of beams up next. These should get us quite a nice price. Probably another, I don't know if we're looking at another $10,000 here or not. Lift them up. Wait for the other ones to spawn. Is there more? Yeah, there you go. Line them up just remotely so that they're in line. Come on, game. There you go. I think also, when I record, I take my steering wheel off. So it affects, obviously the buttons, WASD, aren't the most effective way to drive. So it does have a bit of an effect on me. I can't record with the steering wheel. It sits obviously in front and there's no room for it. I have quite a small desk. There's a 3rd pallet. That's awesome. So I'm not saying that I'm the world's worst driver, but I'm just saying that I could be potentially the world's worst driver. I'm so glad those beams didn't fall over. Right, let's get this 3rd pallet stacked up. Hopefully it's beams. No, it doesn't look like it. Looks like planks. Dun dun dun. Get it on. So 3,000 meters of planks, 2,000 meters of beams. Hopefully that should be enough to cash in and get some nice money. Can we just push those beams across, please? Thank you. Yep, keep going. Just a little bit more room. There you go. Alright, that should be it from the sawmill, yes? Nothing more? We've got 400 and 100, not enough. Is it worth selling any of this stuff? This is our first pallet of canola oil. It looks quite cool, but no, we can't sell any of it yet. We still need quite a lot of time for goat's milk and goat cheese and stuff. So we'll just do the beans. We'll head over to the farmer's market, get rid of these. Actually, is it in the farmer's market? These might be sold at the sawmill or something. Let's have a check. We've got 5,000 pallets worth of stuff. Is it the carpentry? Well, to be honest, we don't actually care about the price of planks. That's just a bonus. We want to go, farmer's market. We want to go to the farmer's market. So let's head over there now. and see if we can top up our bank balance and maybe even be able to go and purchase that field. It would be nice to go and purchase it and then maybe improve the yield, although I'm just thinking, is there any way to actually improve the yield? Maybe not, because other than fertilizing it, but I think it is already fertilized, right? Let's check, why not? As we're going over, I'll put it on cruise control. Let's check we want to go to soil comp, this one, yeah. So 79 is fertilized, so I don't think there's anything we could probably do easily to improve the yield. So we just have to go as it is, which is still 87% or something. That's not too bad. And at the end of the day, this is just going to the chickens. So we just want to make sure they're. Oh, I'm so sorry, Mr. Tesla. We just want to make sure they're taken care of, and I don't have to keep spending money on them every month because it is starting to be a bit of a pain. But that's okay. It's okay. Not the end of the world. It would be cool to turn this area to wet houses, but we've already sort of settled on what we're doing over there, haven't we? $20,000. We're up to $57,000, which is just crazy. Maybe we could repay this, but we've already made enough money to afford the field. So selling produce is definitely worth it in the end. Definitely worth it. So that's good. So we're going to go through April now, like I said. I'm going to smash through it, and I will be back with you guys for the end of spring as we decide what to do. Maybe we can purchase a field and get some oats as well. We could, but again, oats aren't worth it because nothing can eat them. So I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it. We could invest. Maybe we could invest in a bit of land and some planters, like some vegetable planters. Let's have a check again. And I know this isn't maybe the most riveting thing, but at least you guys get to hear all my thoughts, right? 49,000. So we could afford a planter, and we could then plant soybeans. When are soybeans at their best? Right now, and they're harvestable in October and November, and we can already harvest them with the current header that we've got, right? Yep. So soybeans are a little investment, but that would mean that we need to make another bit of money because we would have to afford the field. We would obviously have to buy the field. Now it could be this one. I feel like this is nice, quite a nice little field to buy as well. There are carrots growing here, which we wouldn't be able to harvest. So maybe not carrots, but this could be a good field because we could just make it bigger and combine it. And it's in quite a nice area. That was a funny noise there. What was that? Did anyone else hear that? Was that just me? It was a very funny noise. So yeah, things to think about. But anyway, I'll think about them off camera and I'll be back with you guys in a moment.
Jump into the car on a Friday night. I wanna drive with you. Looking for a bar in the nearest town. I've never seen a sky so blue. We don't ever play it and the night is young. It doesn't matter what we do. There ain't nobody like. There ain't nobody like. You look so beautiful, and I'm so lucky to be yours. And you're taking me high. Ain't nobody like you. I'm not coming down. Ain't nobody like you. I could go 1,000 miles as long as I'm with you. Yeah, you're taking me high. Ain't nobody like you. Talking by yourself and you make me smile. I can listen
Okay, so we have slept April away. I'm a bit disappointed that there's never any sowing contracts or basically anything other than the hoeing and the wood transportation ones. It's a bit frustrating, but... Well, there's a baling one. Oh, we could do a baling one. That's quite nice. And there's another wood transportation one. And these are just the same all the time. I literally just did this exact one. But bale wrapping, very interesting. That is a round bale one, so we can do that. We can't do the square bale one. But that is another little contract that we can get done. I wonder if the worker will be able to do this. I don't actually know. But we will. Bear in mind that last month this was empty, and now that there are vegetables there, I better get this guy over. So we're going to head down and drop the weeder off. Look at our canola though. It is growing. Look at this. It looks great. 100% yield bonus. I can't wait to harvest all this. It's coming. The time is coming when that will be necessary. Is this a weed? No, that's not a weed. But the farm is looking good, and I do have to say I like the city skyline over here. You know, we can see from a distance that it's working. We might need to do a water refill on some of the lettuce productions, but first things first. It's been a month. Let's check. Yeah, the chickens are down to 900 liters of grain. We really need to... I think I need to purchase probably one bag. We really need to get that barley field purchased. So, obviously we can harvest it next month in June. So I think I'm going to purchase it now. I was going to repay some of this money back, hoping that we could pay off the loan. I just don't think we can. We're going to need the money to buy the field and then get the barley. I think that's going to have to be a priority, and then we can probably look at getting a loan the second time around. So yeah, that's sort of where my head's at. But we did say by the end of spring, that's when I want to get everything sorted. Now I can go at a bit of a faster speed. I forgot because I was doing a contract. I always like to do the contracts on one speed just so they don't get out of hand. But yeah, everything else is going alright. Check on the oil mill. We've got another probably 1,000 litres of canola oil. Not enough goat milk or goat cheese yet, so they're still loading. The goat cheese is getting done much faster. 3 goat milk into 1 goat cheese. So the goat cheese is probably a much faster production than the milk, but it looks like we've taken some weather damage. Now I don't know if this is from this year or from the previous year. Remember that I was ploughing the field for the previous year, and we had a lot of damage there as well, and I didn't seem to be able to fix it, so that's a bit frustrating, but we will drop off this and just deal with it. Unfortunately, there's nothing we can do. I don't know. Let me know in the comment section if you guys know how to actually get rid of weather damage. I literally ploughed the whole field, so short of, I don't know, painting it and then ploughing it, maybe that'll work. I don't know. But let's check on our goats. We haven't checked on these guys in a little while. They're looking quite cute. A 13-month-old goat. We've had them for more than a year now. And they are not healthy because we don't have any water. Fantastic. Alright, let's go on a water adventure and get some water from the fresh stream down here. I can't believe that I don't have any water. That is a terrible omen for me. And I really should look after my animals a bit better than that. What's their health at? Health's only at 75, so they haven't lost it too drastic. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh. I just absolutely destroyed the canola oil there, so my apologies, canola oil. You are going to be sold for hopefully lots of money in the future, but for now I've just absolutely abused you. My bad. Let's go down here in this stream and fill this up. I always, whenever I drive this, I always am pleasantly amused at how absolutely speedy this thing is. It just moves. It moves like no other. And maybe going from driving the slow John Deere and the Challenger to this thing, but like it is just rapid. It absolutely moves, and even though I've got a full barrel of water behind me, it makes absolutely no difference. There you go. Did a little bit of a wheelie. Alright, let's go in here and fill this up. Yep, that's what I want to do. Dump water. Sorry about that, goats. Sorry. Let's fill you up. Oh, we've got 700 here. So the canola oil is 1,000 litres, and then we've probably got more in production. Did I just have a look before? Was it done? Oil, canola oil. Yeah, nearly another pallet ready to spawn, so that's good. As these little goats are growing up. I do like the meadow, although it's hard to... I thought that was pooing. I thought it was pooing, it was just its leg. But that's okay. Cool, these guys can probably start reproducing soon, so we could even potentially, not that I'm in the mood to do this, but we could sell some of these goats. I mean, we have, we did buy them for what, 300 bucks? So I mean, we're not going to make a lot of money there, are we? So probably not worth it. We have another pallet of stuff to move over there, so that's great. But for now, we need the John Deere tractor, so I will leave this here. We will get in the John Deere. It's all the way at the other side of the map, though. Very frustrating. I wonder if I can leave the worker to do one of these contracts in the meantime. We don't have a hoe, so I can't do any of them. They're both square bales. We could do a bale wrapping contract, that's fine. Alright, let's do that. So let's go back in the Challenger. We will start the engine and we'll get it over to field 92. And I'll jump in the John Deere and we'll move some of the goat milk across to the dairy. I'm looking forward to seeing some dairy products spawn. I really hope that it's not broken. It's not spawned any products yet, I'm assuming, because it has to get to 1,000. Like 1,000 litres for the actual products, so I'm hoping that's what the delay is, but it hasn't spawned any, whereas the canola oil is definitely going much faster, so not sure what to expect really. Field 92 is this way, let's not hit the combine harvester. Very good. Alright, I'll meet you guys over at field 92 to test whether the worker can do it or not. Update, looks like you can't get the AI worker to do this. So we're going to have to wrap this one ourselves, but that's fine. I have also spotted a little deadwood contract. Now it's on field 88, I think. Yeah, field 88. So quite close to where we are. So I've summoned the other tractor. Hopefully it gets over here by, well, without mishap, because it does tend to be a little bit of a spoilt tractor. Driving that trailer around, the AI don't like having a bigger trailer behind, so it sometimes gets lost, but hopefully we manage to get the tractor here in one piece. And then what I plan to do is to get some of the deadwood, chop it down, and then before we accept the contract, I would like to transfer the deadwood to the sawmill, and that way we keep the sawmill filled as well. And we could do it with nearly 10,000 litres, so it's definitely worth doing. And seeing as it field 88 is quite close to the farm, we might as well get it done now. So that's the plan. The worker's just getting over here. I reckon he's going to have a trouble at the crossroad, but we'll see for now. So in the meantime, I will get this little contract done nice and quick. I do like that we have grass care now, and we've added another feather to our cap. The farm is definitely expanding, and you know we've got a lot of productions. We've got the oil mill, we've got the sawmill, we've got the dairy, we've got the goats, and obviously we've got all the canola to come as well. So I'd like to start adding more to that. I think the most lucrative option is probably going to be water buffaloes, but it's also the most expensive option, so I don't know if that's what we should do straight away. I'm probably leaning towards getting some more arable land, because I think the next sort of hurdle that we're going to have to jump over is we just don't own much land. So I would like to get a bunch of land, you know, bought up, owned, so that it's ours and we can do whatever we want with it. And we can potentially look at expanding our arable crop production in the future as well. Now, I did want to just check, and maybe we can do this while these last couple of bales wrap. I did want to check the price for field 99. It's $476,000. Now that is a big loan. Even if I got rid of every single tree on that land, I don't think I'd be able to make my money back in the first year. So we're probably not in a financially viable situation to be able to afford that right now. But not to say that we couldn't be in the future, so we'll leave that one up our sleeve. Also, seeing as we've got the sawmill, we could potentially look at buying field 101 as well, but that is also $412,000. So we definitely got the cheapest one. This one was $164, so I don't feel like spending nearly triple that on the same amount of land. Although it would be cool to make it all into fields and farmland and all of that. I think one of the things I like most about this game is being able to transform the land as we go. And really getting stuff done in the background, and seeing how the sort of map and how the farm develops as we go. It's a pretty rewarding task, to be honest. Why is this 99% done? Can I make it 100% done? Thank you. Alright, let's claim some of that cash. It was a quick, easy $2,600, so not complaining about that. So I will send this worker, if they don't crash, yeah, they're not going to crash. I'll send this worker back over to the farm, because we don't need him right now. So I'll send him over here. It didn't work before. I don't know if you guys caught it in the time lapse. Sometimes they just don't work. I don't really understand it. This is folding up, so that's all good. Should be good to go. And we're going to head over to the Deadwood area. And then we're probably going to end up buying the barley field and heading into June for the start of next episode. But I reckon we'll buy the barley field this episode just in case they, harvest their crop, whoever it is. I can't remember who owns the field. Let's see. Well, it was zoomed out a second ago. Why is it so far zoomed in? It doesn't say who. I think it was David. David or Walter. I can't remember. I remember one was Katie, but Katie really doesn't have a very good eye for looking after a crop. She lets everything wither and die. So hey, these ones look nice and easy. At least you can see them from a distance as well. We'll get them all trimmed and onto here. So let's take off that for now. Alright, let's get over here. We'll get our sawmill out. That's sawmill. We'll get our chainsaw. And I wouldn't mind sending this to the left, actually. It's out of the forest. And I don't really... These aren't the most profitable contracts. So I don't really do them very often. Partly because this happens all the time. Can you just fall to the left? Like, there's no way that tree wouldn't be falling right now. Come on. Don't fall on me. Just go. Come on, mate. What is possibly holding you? What is possibly holding you? Just fall. Don't fall on the tractor. Okay, good. That made me panic. Alright, let's get this all cheesed out. And by cheesed out, I mean destroyed. We don't want all the limbs and the branches. And then we can probably pick it up first, and then we'll slice it when we get it on the back of the trailer. So I think probably 4 or 5 of these will be enough. I don't intend on taking all of them, but that's okay. Right. This up. Nice. Hopefully, yeah. I was going to say hopefully we can actually pick it up, but we definitely can. That's fine. Okay, cool. So head over here. It's a bit funky, but I think I'll be able to do it. We just drop it there. And then chainsaw this. Nice. Brilliant. And then we just go around, pick it up, and put that one on as well, because I think it'll be too heavy to lift. And obviously I don't play with any mods or anything like that, so no super strength. Just the plain old vanilla base game plus all the DLC. So I'm looking forward to actually getting my hands on the Macdon pack. We haven't been able to afford it up till now, but I wouldn't mind looking at that as an option going forward. And obviously we've got the Nexat one coming as well, which will be pretty fun, but I dare say it's probably a little bit out of our price range on Kylora Farm. We would have to make a lot more money first, but hey, we've got productions coming left, right and center, so you never know what's going to happen with this sort of stuff. But yeah, definitely for now, not something that you will be seeing on the farm anytime soon. But let's get the second deadwood tree cut. Brilliant. Right, okay, let's chop off. Thank you. I feel like this has been made a lot easier. I don't know if it's always been like this or not, but definitely when I was picking up all the trees on the farm, like on the original Field 100 trees, it was a lot harder to sort of, I don't know what that exercise is called, but delimbing them. It was a lot harder to make them neat and nice and able to be picked up and transported, so I am appreciative of Giants for making it a little bit easier as time goes by. But whoa, look at the skid on the JD. Just look at the bottom right, 99 hours, and I think they're pretty much real life hours at this point. Like I'm fairly certain that because this is the first tractor and we bought it new, so every single hour I've got in game, I'm pretty sure is a real life hour, which I don't know if that's a good or a bad state of affairs, but yeah, we've got well over 100 hours into this farm already, and 99 of them are spent on this tractor. I've been doing a lot of wood transportation contracts. I'd love to know actually if there's anywhere you can sort of see the statistics for how many contracts you've completed of a certain type, because I know mine would just be like wood transportation, you know, over and over again. I wonder if there's probably not. Hey, statistics? Nah, this is all not what we want. Statistics? Let's see. Plow time. Nah. Harvested olives, harvested hectares, 34 hectares harvested. That's pretty good. Fuel usage, collectibles. Oh yeah, we got 3 collectibles. Yeah, time played 162 hours. We're nearing 200 hours. It's pretty good. Missions completed 432. I guess that's the contracts, right? Yeah, nothing here that says exactly what we're up to, but it's nice to sort of have a quick look at the statistics. If anyone was interested, then you feel free to sort of pause the video at that point and let me know what the most intriguing one is compared to some of your saves. I'd be interested to know. But yeah, we're getting on here. I reckon we can definitely do one more tree, probably two, and then we can have the rest up. So let me get this done. I reckon we'll take this one. Go this way. Nice. At least these fall straight away as well. Which is good. Let's get all the limbs off. We'll just repeat the process. Brilliant. And get in this bad boy. Don't hit any of the other bigger trees. I wouldn't mind making like a commercial tree farm as well. I think that could be quite cool. I would have to invest in some equipment for sure, because I don't fancy doing it with just this poor old log fork and little tractor. I'll just drive over a tree stump there. But yeah, it could be something to think about in the future as well, especially if we're going to buy the sort of wooden lands, you know, like the land with all the forest on, and then transform into something different, which I do plan to, because I feel like it's a good way to go. Then obviously we'll need the trees to grow back, because if you don't put them back, I'm fairly certain they won't grow again. So at some point we will eventually run out of wood, which is not what you want. But that's okay. Let's pick this up. Brilliant. Oh, I missed a limb. Ugh. So annoying. And we'll probably keep going with this. I don't reckon this is enough. We'll probably do a couple more trees just to make sure we can fill up the sawmill, so we don't have to do this again. I'm just going to slide off. There we go. Definitely do one more. One more I reckon should be enough. But I might just very quickly go and chop them all down, because we do want to obviously claim the contract money as well. So maybe we can do... this one's kind of hard to get to, so I'll just cut it. So we'll just cut them all, and I reckon we'll do the one that's easiest to reach through all the trees and all the forest. That's the one that we'll obviously be claiming for our own. But yeah, let me know if you guys are a fan of the sort of splitting the videos into seasons. I think it will progress the game, like I said, a little quicker, but also makes it much more manageable to digest what's actually going on rather than random episodes. And it was kind of always the plan to see how we can do that. I just have to get to grips with the game, but I feel like I'm in a better situation now than I was at the start. Obviously 162 hours later, or whatever it just was. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on how we're going to progress the series going forwards. But there's one more tree that we're missing somewhere. There it is. Wow, that is right at the edge. I reckon this will actually be the last one that we claim. It's basically on the other side of the road. I'm so sure that this just spawned here for this contract and it wasn't here in general. Contract finished. No. Let's get all the limbs off. We'll come around, bring the tractor around, we'll pick this one up, and then we'll head over to the sawmill. We'll probably call it a day, to be honest. It's been a long time. I don't want to claim the contract just yet, but I do want to grab all this. Now I wish, when I go to stack this, as in put all the lines in, I wish it told me how much wood we were carrying. That'd be a cool addition. To say, oh, you know, you've got 10,000 litres of wood or whatever, and that way it's measurable. Because, like, if I was doing this for profit, for money, I would need to know how much wood I've got on. You know, like, it's annoying that there's not an easier way to tell, I guess, is what I'm trying to say, but maybe that's just me. Alright, let's pick this one up, last one. Then we'll head over, and what I'll do is I just won't accept the contract, so that if I've drastically underestimated how much wood we actually have here, then we'll be able to come back and get some more. And just for the lols, I might not cut this one. We'll just chuck it on. Leave it there. We'll have a giant big log sticking out of us as we drive around. Why not? Nothing like a bit of adventure on this farm, right? Let's stack them all up and head over. So, the sawmill is full. We have one final task for today, and that is to purchase a field of barley for our chickens. Now, in the time that we've been recording, these guys are down to 800 litres. So it's basically 100 litres of food per hour, roughly, I think. Which, I don't know if that's right or not, but yeah, it means we're going to have to buy some more before June. So, I will hop in the Challenger and... maybe just one. I'll buy one bag of food, but I'll go and do that off camera, and just so you guys don't have to witness it. But I will purchase the barley field now. So we've been saving. We've got nearly $81,000. Now we do have a loan of 70, but I'm not going to be repaying that now. I'm going to try between now and the end of spring and the start of summer, which obviously summer starts in June next month. I'm going to try and make it so that we earn all that money back so that we can repay the loan and then reinvest in new things, and we have that option available to us. But for now, we are going to be purchasing this lovely barley field. Now, I don't know how to increase the yield further. Maybe it will say, like, maybe it needs liming or ploughing or something, but I think it is time to purchase it. Why not? So, 79, we're buying this for the barley, $51,000. Let's get it. And now we are the proud owner of this field. So a bit weird that it doesn't say how to increase the yield. I'm sure we'll just have to do liming and ploughing and all of that, and we'll probably do it after we harvest the barley. I just want to check the field boundary here. Why? I don't know why it diverts over there. We do have quite a lot of area behind this field, so what we could do, and this is why I just wanted to head down here, because we could possibly either extend this field, which is the very least I'm going to do. Why does it keep going to the worker? I don't get it. Just go to me. Yeah, we could extend this field for sure, and I reckon we will. There's no reason we don't use all of this area back here. Where's the boundary? Here. So, I mean, that can probably make a hectare, to be honest. It's 0.86 or whatever it is. So if I extend it after the barley harvest, then we could make a hectare, I reckon. So let me just check the crop calendar, and we'll decide what we're going to do. So if we harvest it in June, we could plant... What could we plant? Nothing really, but we could then do barley again or wheat again. After all, this is going to be a chicken field, so we could either do wheat or barley, whichever one has a higher yield. To be honest, that's the one that I think we'll end up doing. So yeah, we've got a lot of stuff to do between now and June to take care of this field. Between now, and September when we seed it, or October, whenever it was. But we are the proud owners of a new barley field. Thank you, I think it was David, for making this happen. And I'd like to get it up to 100% yield along with the canola and stuff. But we're going good. We are going good. We now own this field. We own field 100. We have this little field here. If I can purchase these three, we could be set for a nice little arable area down here. We can make sort of two big fields. I think we can make one there and one here with these ones as well. So we could have 3 big fields in a row, all ready to go and ready to harvest. And I can see this being an extension of the canola field, and maybe these 3 being for the chickens. I'm not sure. That could be the way to go. They're not super expensive. I reckon just over 100 grand would do us, which is probably coming our way once we start selling stuff. But yeah, we're going to leave it there for this episode, guys. I am going to head to the shop and buy the wheat for the chickens, because I don't want them to die, and I want them to continue to produce eggs for us, so that we can sell them in... When is the best time for eggs? It's June. I mean, obviously it's November, but there is another time. I think it's June. Yeah, it's June. So I don't know what the price will be there, but we could sell these. But I reckon we'll sell them first thing next episode. So we're going to start next episode doing some cultivation for the barley, making sure we harvest all that, and then yeah, we'll cultivate the field. We'll get it ready for the yield improvements so that we can plant an autumn crop and harvest it again next year when we need to. So yeah, I'm going to go get this done off camera, but thank you guys for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, please leave a like, leave a comment telling me what your thoughts are on the series, and until next time, that's it for now. We'll see you later.